What's up, YouTube? Eldridge Bell back here with another edition of Let It Rip Sports Show. And today's topic, we're going to talk about that Denver Bronco game and the Tennessee Titans. Kind of a big blow to the Denver Broncos' playoff aspirations. But a couple of things were very glaring in the Denver loss. One, that offensive line. Next, this offseason, they got to find some way to shore up that offensive line because Trevor Siemian, he was under duress, pressure, sacks. The defensive line for the Tennessee Titans, they went to work against the offensive line of the Denver Broncos. So that's one glaring issue that I saw in the game. Number two, they really miss C.J. Anderson. They really do because he was able to get you the tough yards. Now, C.J. Anderson, before he got hurt, it wasn't like he was Ezekiel Elliott or Le'Veon Bell where he was just going to work, but he was able to get you those tough yards that you needed. And Justin Forsett and Devontae Booker, they're just not doing it. I mean, they combined for 18 yards? That you can't win games like that. You can't win playoff games rushing the ball like that. And for Gary Kubiak's offense, you have to be able to run the rock because it sets up the play action, the bootlegs, and all that stuff. So that's another glaring issue that they have. Two, on the defensive side for the Denver Broncos, that interior line for the defensive line, they're getting exposed, and I think it all started with the Raiders, where the Raiders were able to run the ball against this Denver Broncos team and control the clock and just gas them out, because the time of possession for the Tennessee Titans was way in their favor. The Broncos, their offense, I don't even know, they broke a sweat. But the defensive side of the ball, those guys were getting gashed. And you see them hands on their hips, especially in the third and fourth quarter, where they were just able to control them and pound them. Because Marcus Mariota, he only threw for 88 yards. But they were able to run. DeMarco Murray had 92 yards. Derrick Henry had 42 yards. And Marcus Mariota, he had 38 yards rushing. So they were able to run the ball against this vaunted Denver defense. And that's really the blueprint to how to beat this team. Run the ball. If you can run successfully against this team, you can control the clock and you can gas them out, and you can win the game. Not so much throwing the ball against them, but you can run against this team. That's how you beat them. So that's one thing they gotta shore up somehow, some way if they want to make the playoffs. If the Denver Broncos want to make the playoffs this year. Two, another thing I want to talk about was the hit by Harry Douglas on Chris Harris Jr. And I've been watching a bunch of sports shows and looking on Twitter, and I'm just going to flat out say it. I don't care if it was a legal hit. That's a dirty play. That's a dirty play. And here's why I think it's a dirty play. One, they're just jogging. So which signifies the play is pretty much over. You still going for this man's knee. Two, I could give you a pass. If Chris Harris Jr. was, 6'5", 250, 260, because Harry Douglas isn't a big dude. I can see why you would go that low on a guy that's that big. But Chris Harris Jr. is a defensive back, and he's maybe 6 foot, maybe 6'1", maybe 2 bills, maybe? Probably, if I put money on it, I'd probably say he's 185, 190. And you gotta go low on a guy like that? Why don't you just go hit it with the dude? You look at him eye to eye. Why you gotta go low? I don't get it. And honestly, I'm so glad Chris Harris Jr. is healthy because honestly, I thought the season was over. I thought the way he got hit and the way he grabbed his leg, I was like, he's not looking good. He might be out for the year. But I'm glad he came back and he returned to the game and he was healthy. But man, that's a dirty play. And I know Harry Douglas said that's just the way I play. It wasn't a dirty play. I didn't come from the backside. I saw him. We saw each other. We looked at each other in the eye. And I'm just like, there's no excuse to do that. Like you guys virtually are the same height and the same weight, virtually. And I respect Aqib Talib because honestly, that's having your boys back. That's having your teammates, your brothers back. This man could have ruined his career, could have taken money out of his pocket, and you don't do nothing. That said something. But Aqib Talib, on the very next play, he sat there and said, no, you're not going to do this. And I respect that. Some people say it may be thuggish or whatever, but no. That's having your teammates back. And you see it all the time in hockey. Prime example, the Colorado Avalanche had a rivalry with the Detroit Red Wings based on a bad hit on Chris Draper by Claude Lemieux. Hit him from behind, messed up his face. The very next time they played them, I believe it was the next year they played them, they went after Claude Lemieux, and that's when the whole rivalry officially started. And in my personal opinion, it saved hockey in the mid-90s. That's my personal opinion. But anyway, that's not. I don't think that's being a thug on the ice. I don't think this is Aqib Talib is being a thug on the field. I think he was backing his boy up, who at the time might have thought he was seriously injured, but thankfully he wasn't. So I respect Aqib Talib. He should say, Chris Harris should say, hey man, thanks for having my back. I appreciate that. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think Aqib Talib should have just backed away and said, you know what? We'll just keep playing? Or do you think he was right? Anyway, also give me opinions on how you think the Denver Broncos team can move forward past this loss. Leave comments and or suggestions. And as always, thank you for watching my YouTube channel. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Letter of Sports Show. I'm out.